8 Orange County firefighters have been rushed to the hospital after that rollover crash near Irvine, and 6 of those firefighters are suffering from major injuries.
We have live team coverage. Mark Liu has new information on the crash, and KCAL News reporter Amanda Starantino is live at the hospital where some of the injured were taken. Let's start with Amanda at Orange County Global Medical Center in Santa Ana first. Amanda.
Well, we do know that those firefighters were part of the hand crew with the Santiago hand crew with the OC Fire Authority, and those were the ones that were involved in that terrible crash. And these guys are really doing really strenuous work on the front lines of the airport fire. You know, they're out there extinguishing the flames, mitigating the hazards. But yes, we do know that 2 of them are here at the Orange County Global Medical Center. So let's look at the scene from last night, though. SkyCal overhead giving us a look at how destroyed the fire utility truck was, just completely mangled here. A dozen firefighters had just finished a 12-hour shift working and were on their way home when that crash happened just before 7 last night near Irvine. That's when the Orange County Fire Authority says they were traveling behind another fire truck on the 241 when that vehicle swerved to avoid a ladder. That truck that crashed swerved too, but slammed into a guardrail and flipped twice. Paramedics arrived 7 minutes later. 1 firefighter was airlifted by helicopter. The others were rushed to local medical centers by paramedics. We know 3 were taken to Mission Hospital in Mission Viejo, 2 taken to OC Global Medical Center here in Santa Ana, 1 to UCI Medical Center in Orange, and the 2 firefighters that were in stable condition were taken to Hogue Irvine. Last night, the OC Fire Authority Chief Brian Fennessy spoke to media. Take a listen.
We'll be here for the families. We'll be here for our firefighters. And we'd ask that you pray for our firefighters and their families. All the families have been notified, and this is the beginning of a long road for many of those firefighters and our fire department.
And we do expect to learn more about those firefighters involved this morning by OC Fire Authority. We'll have those updates obviously here on KCAL News, but a lot of the community rallying behind those firefighters and those families this morning. Mark Liu now joins me back on the desk with more details about the crash. Mark, what do you know?
Yeah, Amanda, thanks. We've been in contact with the CHP and Irvine PD. They are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding this horrific crash of that Orange County Fire Authority truck. And the initial investigation does seem to indicate that it was caused by a ladder that was in lanes. Now, this is video from SkyCal last night after a lot of the emergency vehicles had cleared. You can see all of that debris around that OCFA transport truck. A lot of it is medical debris. But the CHP thinks that this whole crash was caused by a ladder that was about 500 feet back from where that OCFA truck ultimately landed. They think that a truck in front of that OCFA truck swerved to avoid that right there at the center of your screen, that ladder. And the OCFA truck also swerved to avoid that ladder, struck the guardrail, flipped over, and landed 500 feet down the 241 freeway. Now, right now, the CHP doesn't have any idea where that ladder came from. That's going to be part of their investigation. But you can see just how much damage it did here to that OCFA truck. The back basically came off the chassis. And of course, 8 firefighters injured, 6 of them very seriously. The 241 was closed for about 12 hours. And we expect to be open soon. And the OCFA, Orange County Fire Authority, says they're going to have an update later today on the condition of those firefighters and their investigation into this crash. That's it here from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
Now you can get your KCAL News, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.